it's Joy, and today we're watching Superman and Lois, Season 4, Episode 9, To Live and Die Again. This is the penultimate episode, which is a very stressful thing to say. How is this all going to be wrapped up? Who knows? A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go.
Well, maybe it should be.
No. I stooped to Luthor's level once. I'm not going to let anyone else make that same mistake.
See, Clark, you stoop to his level and your sons start thinking that's what you're supposed to do, and that's okay. Sorry, I'm still really cross with him that he stooped to his level. I know why he did, and I need to forgive him.
Luthor's coming after Mom, too. We can't just sit here, Dad.
John, enough. I do not need your help
I
with
mean,
this, okay?
what they need, the adults need to do
I want to talk to your dad.
is look for evidence of Luthor's wrongdoings and get him locked up again.
Okay, well, maybe it's time we got into his head.
I mean, yes, I'm teaming for this. Like, going after him, but not, like, take him out. Like, stopping him, yes. Also, get Elizabeth to do a fucking interview. Gosh. I guess at least they're not coming inside.
Jordan's loaded curly fries.
Wait, where? On the kids menu? Does Vicky know that we're the same age?
Dude, relax. Everyone loves fries.
Yeah,
I mean, curly fries are great.
With no idea how dangerous Luthor is.
Because they don't have to. It's not their job to fight him.
Yeah, which is
Not
why
your
we
jobs
have to
either,
help Dad.
babies. Your
You've heard what he
children.
said.
Yeah, but
You think people today really care about the truth? I guess I have more faith in them than you do.
All people want is a good story. Put it on a platform that reinforces how they see themselves and they'll believe anything.
Like, genuinely, why do we not have recording devices on us at all times so that when Lex and his goons come in and start spouting this nonsense, we can play it in court? Like, she's just admitted that she's lying.
Oh, so you and Lex are what, a team now? It's a cute story you've
This
told yourself.
woman is delusional.
Except the truth is, Lex
Shaved and put on a suit? Seems to me like you're playing dress up. Or maybe
He
more like
definitely
Amanda
is.
McCoy is playing dress up with you.
I thought you might be here to
He
talk
is a
about
little
a different
dull.
suit. You don't know my style.
Well, do you even have one if someone else is always calling the shots?
I don't need her.
This is getting under Luthor's skin. That's what's
You keep
quite
telling yourself
glorious.
that.
You're no match for what's next. You're
The thing that should prove to literally any single person on the planet that Lex is talking a load of shit and that he is in the wrong and that Superman is not evil or bad or whatever things Lex is trying to prove to them that he is the fact that it would be so freaking easy for Superman to just kill Lex Luthor, even to make it look like it was an accident, or like, you know, my daughter doesn't want me in her life, I killed myself. Like, there are so many things he could do that there would be no tangible evidence tying back to him. He would have plausible deniability, even if not complete deniability, very, very easily. And he could have done it before Lex made it this big public spectacle. He could have done it when it was still more or less just quietly between the two of them. Like, he's not whatever Lex is saying he is.
They're in
Enjoy your freedom, Lex.
This,
It's running
Clark,
out.
this is how you get to him. You keep your face calm. You don't show that he got to you.
Nice die.
You mock him. This is how you get to him. Beating him on the street was doing what he wanted. Sorry. I mean, I know that, like, we have not won, but it is very satisfying to see Lex crumble a little bit.
we lost.
Whoa, hey, we have not lost.
We're
After
still in the
everything
middle of
we've
the
been
battle.
through, we need to go to the fortress.
Like, right now?
I mean, they'll love watching you guys fly off, won't they? Bit of a
Might as
show.
well give the people what they want.
I've been thinking about your role in the company.
Oh my god, Clark! Just literally one conversation and Lex is spiraling. Unless he's giving her more power.
This is for you.
And it's the opposite of that. I'll be very sad.
What is it? This makes me...
The largest shareholder of Luthor Corps.
Okay. Damn it. I wanted to do a spiral.
Bash will facilitate the board's approval. You shouldn't have any issues.
He is pulling
You're
away
not
from
coming?
her.
Mildred
He
has something to
is
show me.
spiraling. Good. Spiral faster.
All right.
Oh, boys. They need need this training as much as I hate it. This is not making Clark feel any better. Let's just confirm for him that they are not ready for this.
And I'm sure Pia would be too.
This is such a complicated, tangled web.
Killing anyone who turned him down.
Which is why Lex's whole "she put me away and I'm innocent" is just so fucking irritating, because not once does he go, and like, yes, obviously I did do some other things, but she's supposed to be a good person and she put me away for something I didn't do. He acts like he's innocent.
I know Pia wouldn't.
Don't you bring her into this.
Then what about Mateo? He is coming after my boys. You think he won't come after yours?
You're the people that framed him. He's obviously gonna, once he's done with Lois, he's probably got people looking for Mateo right now.
What is it you want me to...
You helped send Luthor to prison for 17 years with a lie.
Do it with the truth.
Help me put him away for good with the truth.
Then he'd fucking stay there and be there right now if you'd done it with the truth the first time.
You want to kill the Man of Steel? This is how you do it.
See, Lex,
You're welcome.
you can't do anything for yourself. This was What's-Her-Face's idea to use this guy and steal the suit. This guy is the one doing everything with the suit. You just walk around all self-important.
Doesn't matter who you are. He will use you up and throw you away, never to be seen again.
But at this point, is his
I don't like
girlfriend
Cheryl Kimball.
gonna be the person that
Hold on.
turns on him in the end?
I'm pretty sure that pattern is repeating itself.
It always ends the same.
Are we gonna bring him down with his stupid woman?
I'm their father. I'm supposed to protect them.
And you have. Their entire lives.
But I'm losing my ability to do it when I need it the most.
I understand your frustration,
I
Cal.
mean, it's so interesting, isn't it? Because in so many ways, that's kind of parenthood. As your children become adults and they go out into the world, you lose the ability to protect them and to shield them from life, from the world. They have to go out there and face their own risks. And in some ways, as the boys are becoming young men, Clark is having a very, literal interpretation of the kind of metaphorical process all parents go through.
Reminds me of your father. But eventually we had to accept our fate.
Is he going to
Fighting
send the
wasn't
boys
going to
away?
keep you safe. Was to send you away.
Because I don't think they'll stay. They're not babies. They can come back.
You heard him. Dad said the suit almost killed him when he was at his best. Now
Don't
that
do
he's not,
something
how
reckless,
can he beat it?
Jonathan, please.
I'm here to warn you that you're in danger.
I mean,
Oh,
she's
you really are
supposedly an
desperate.
intelligent woman. She should
How
be
much do
aware
you
of
know
that.
about Cheryl Kimball? Lex was in love with her? Or at least Cheryl thought so, before she realized Lex isn't capable of loving anyone.
That was a long time ago.
But the pattern's the same.
He even just
Lex
rejected...
kept Cheryl close until he got everything he needed from her.
Think about this. When he got out of prison, his sole focus in life... Okay. One of his sole focuses in life, because the other one was destroying Lois Lane, was to find his daughter, and he did. And his daughter said, "You can be in my life again. You can know your grandchild. Just please stop trying to kill people, Dad." And Lex went, "Get out of my sight. I'm going to kill people forever." Do you really think he loves you more than his daughter?
Ask him for something that does matter and he will throw you away. Look what he did to his own daughter.
Exactly. We're getting under their skin.
Alone. Started making saves alone. And whenever I fought,
Working
no matter how many
together,
people I
they'll be
was fighting,
stronger than they were
I was alone.
individually.
That's now that John has powers, you have each other again. That's your strength. Each
Mhm.
other.
Eternals.
And I think together the two of you can be
Eternals.
better than I ever was. If you can.
Oh, it's on, Pop.
Bless their little cotton socks.
And they chose him and Lois.
You want to destroy the town?
So you're just going to what?
I offered them millions. And they spit in my face.
Woman, what did you think you were dealing with? This
have
is who
to
you're
pay
dealing
for
with. This
what
man
they
who
did.
walks around going, "Lois put me away for a crime I didn't do. I'm so
This was
innocent."
over.
And then you murder everybody
You
in
got
town.
rid of Do you realize how crazy that sounds?
And it was only 10 people from the town that rejected
This
you.
was never.
Maybe not your plan.
We're partners. You can't just make these kinds of.
I can do whatever I want. I am in control, not
I mean,
you.
it's kind of funny because Clark did set this in motion between them. He got right. I mean, I think this was inevitable, just like Lois said. Lex was always going to turn on her. Lex was always going to find. He already was finding it irritating how much she was like telling him what to do and controlling him. But Clark expedited the process. I can't speak. And yeah, at the same time, Lex spiraling is bad for everybody, but Lex spiraling is the way we're going to catch him and stop him. Cry me a river, Amanda. We're having a great time.
You guys aren't trying to hit me, right?
Well, they're having such a lovely time, and it is
Just
literally about to go
explain
to
how this
hell
works
when they
again.
realize what's happening.
Take it easy.
Learned this one from Ban the Bulldozer.
Van?
Oh.
Dad, we can help.
If that thing gets out, I need you to keep everyone safe. Go.
This is how you help, sweetheart.
You were right. Luthor's out of control. He is never going to stop.
I feel
What's
so
really in store?
stupid.
He found that monster.
He's trying to go home.
Luther wants to destroy this town. He is going to unleash that thing on everyone here.
And now you care?
I've killed you before, but this time is going to be.
I knew Lex killed people in the past, and I knew Lex was currently trying to kill people, but I just know he wants to kill lots of people, and I care about it all of a sudden. Jesus fucking Christ.
Special.
Listen to me.
Mom, what are you doing?
No, this isn't like last time.
I don't think it's gonna work this time.
Remember?
Mom. It's Dad.
He's gonna need you guys to get everyone to safety. Hurry.
Good boys.
Here, hold on to this. Whenever I have panic attacks, it helps to hold on to
How
something
to
cool.
help people when they're going through stuff.
You
These
have to
boys are
breathe.
so
Look
good.
at me.
I love you, Jordan.
Out through your mouth.
Such a beautifully good boy.
In through your nose. All right, close your eyes.
Clark is not going to win this fight right now. We need something. I don't know what. Please stop watching and get to safety. Well done, John.
Go get to safety.
I'm so proud of these boys. I don't want this show to end next week. Lois, you also need to get to cover. Oh my god.
Clark?
Dad, please. I love all of you.
Oh.
My oldest.
Fucking hell! I would like to go back approximately 44 minutes this recording's been going for into the past and tell myself to not react to this week and just watch the final 2 episodes next week. You know? Can we arrange that, please? Okay. I don't want this show to end next week. I love it so much. I do not know why the CW is deciding to cannibalize its entire programming schedule. Like, okay. So, where to even begin? Because, as always, my brain is scrambling with that final moment it just saw, and I need to think about things that happened earlier in the episode. Lex is pathetic as ever. Literally does nothing for himself, takes all the credit for everything all of his minions do, and then shoves them aside. Who knew? Who knew that would happen? Amanda, Cry Me a River, go fuck yourself. Like, what did you think was going to happen? And, like, it's this woman who walks around being like, I'm so clever and smart, and then she just walks straight into Lex's trap, like. But hopefully in the next episode, she will help. She'll, like, testify against Lex or something. Because, Jesus fucking Christ, that woman needs to have a brain cell in her head somewhere. So yeah, that's what I think about Lex, and that's what I think about Amanda. It was great and, like, weird and unexpected to see Bruno Mannheim again. And it's just really reminded me of what a complicated web there was between their 2 families last season. Now, I still, you know, I don't like Bruno Mannheim. I like him more than Lex Luthor because he did at least try to do some good. But he also killed people and did a lot of evil. So, like, he's still a bad person and he should still be in prison. But he's definitely, you know, Lex Luthor puts him into perspective and you're like, Bruno's not that bad. So I enjoyed that scene a lot, the kind of complicated emotions that were coming through. And it really is that question of, did Lois do the right thing last season? And I think when she was doing it, I don't remember 100% what I thought at the time, whether I was like agreeing with her 1000%, disagreeing with her, because there was that part of me that was like, yes, he didn't do this. And so like, I completely understand why Lois's moral compass is like, I have to right this wrong. I am responsible for this. It is wrong. It is an injustice. But at the same time, we all know Lex has got away with killing many more people than the ones he was accused of. So him being in prison for something he didn't do, I can live with. And it probably would have been better if we just left him there. Elizabeth needs to do a fucking interview. I know she probably wants her anonymity, and I feel really bad for her because it's not her fault her father is Lex Luthor, but at the same time, like, if she gives an interview backing up everything Lois said, it will at least help a little bit. So we saw more of the reality of what life is going to be like now for the Kents, now that they are famous. And you know what, Jordan? Curly fries are great. And I actually have a problem with Vicky Mays, that the curly fries are only on the kids menu, because like adults like curly fries too. Put them as a side or as an option with each meal. You can have normal fries or curly fries. Why are you putting them on the kids meal? And yes, that is a really stupid thing to fixate on right now, but I really just don't want to think about Clark's face at the end now. And it's like, I love you. Or I don't want to think about that. So I'm going to focus on curly fries. It was very silly, and I love them so much. And then Clark training them, you know, him watching them in the fortress just being beaten and beaten and beaten. I was like, this is literally the worst thing right now, because it is just reminding him that they are not ready, and that he is not going to be able to protect them anymore, and that they are coming across something this dangerous, they'll probably lose. But I was really thinking that he was going to try and get them to leave. He was going to try and send them away, that he was going to take from what his mother said, that when Krypton was falling, you know, if the boys go to Australia, then Lex won't be able to track them down very easily. I don't know. You know, like if they were to hide, they could survive this. Then they'd be in hiding and it would suck. But like, I thought he was maybe going to do something similar to what his mum did. But I love Lois's thing of stop thinking about what they can't do and start focusing on what they can do. And his realization that they can work together. And that is something that I believe in so strongly. I love their relationship. I love their brotherly bond, because I think they've done it so beautifully, because they still are brothers. They still fight and squabble and say horrible things to each other, but they also have each other's backs and look out for each other and feel when the other one's hurting. And it's just so lovely to watch. And it's been such a beautiful thing to watch it develop as they grow up. And them as the fraternals, them as Superboys together is just the perfect combination of all of this. Because when it comes to like low-level superhero shit, they can each have more of a life, because it can be like, okay, you know, Jordan, yeah, you can go on your date tomorrow. I'll take it tonight. Oh, next week I really want to go and like see that play in town. Do you mind taking it for me? You know, whatever it is, they can have a life. They can be involved in their families' lives and their friends' lives much more than Clark was able to, because for things that are just a train's derailing, there's a fire in a building over there, they can handle them one-on-one. And then if there is a big bad, if there is a big scary situation where they're both needed, they can come together and work together. And I absolutely adore that for them, because I think they are going to have a much better experience of this than Clark did. And that is all you want as a parent, is for your child to not go through what you went through, and for your child to have a better life than you had. And they're going to. And I really loved that. And I loved watching Clark training them, and like him just really enjoying this. I wish we had more of that. I honestly, like, couldn't we have just defeated Lex Luthor 6 episodes ago, and the rest of the season could have just been Clark and the family just existing, you know, training the boys, laughing and joking with them, getting closer than ever. Lois getting to just not worry about her health anymore and just be present with her family. Like, that's what I want, okay? So that was really lovely to see. And then obviously everything going to hell with Lex finding the creature and making it so that the creature no longer cared about Lois with some bombs. I don't entirely know how he did that, but I think the creature's grip on his own humanity is quite fragile, so that's probably how. And so, yeah. This thing killed Clark at full power. Like, what the fuck is going to happen here? How are we going to do anything about this? Because Clark is nowhere near full power, and maybe if the boys work with him, but they are so inexperienced and so untrained, and I want them nowhere near that thing. But at the same time, like, if Clark's gonna die, this is the kind of time where I'm like, well, maybe we do need to send the boys in. And like, John Henry can't help because he doesn't have his suit. Now maybe he can do some like hackathon thing to try and like get it back, but I'm pretty sure Milton Dude's gonna have covered that. Plus the suit is now poisonous to Superman and the boys, so like that's not gonna be good for anybody. Natalie's suit's destroyed, so she can't help. Like, what are we gonna do? How the frick are we gonna get out of this? How are we gonna defeat this thing? And then we still have to deal with fucking Lex. Because even if right now old Amanda goes and testifies that Lex is a psychopath who's murdered loads of people, Lex still has an evil kill suit. He's not gonna just surrender himself. I'm so stressed. And like, I'm really stressed that the finale is gonna be action up until like 5 minutes towards the end. And like, if that happens, I'm sure it will be brilliant. I'm sure I'll be on the edge of my seat screaming and crying and stressed. But I really want it to be the kind of finale where 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, like, you know, halfway through, we defeat the bad guys. And then we get to spend the rest of that time with the characters we have grown to love and we have rooted for and we have spent all of this time caring about, to see how they are now, to see what they're going to do, where they're going to go next, how their lives are shaping up, so that we can have in our heads our own image of, okay, then from here this happens. And you can have that with this little 5-minute segment, but it's just so much more satisfying and so much more of a payoff as a viewer when you get to really spend that time seeing them being okay after all the traumas they've been through and building their lives as they are going to be going forwards. And I don't know, there's 42 minutes next week, I don't know, but it's what I want. I'm fine with a quick fight at the beginning and then a nice big character development finale. And I kind of hope everyone's in the finale. Like, I know a lot of the characters were bumped down to being like guest stars rather than series regulars because the CW is like, we no longer want to make television, we want to make, I don't know, whatever it's making now. But I hope everyone's in it to an extent. I absolutely adored watching the boys darting around town saving people. Jordan, you know, using his own struggles, his own mental health struggles to help somebody else. You know, that his experience with his mental health issues is a strength within him now that he can help other people with. And I absolutely loved seeing that. And seeing how both of them, just without hesitation, were going around saving people, being so brave and so good at what they were doing. And it just made me so proud. I loved them so much. But then that moment at the end when they all come together and Lois is there and they're like, Clark, Dad, please, don't. And then he's like, I love you all so much. Jesus Christ, because in that moment, I am in denial. So I'm like, if they end this show with killing a Clark, after killing him in the beginning of the season, bringing him back again, and then they kill him again, they can go fuck themselves. I will be making a note of every single person behind the like creative process of this show to never watch anything they do ever again. But regardless of how I'm like, he's gonna be fine, okay, because I said so, they don't know that right now, as far as Clark, Jonathan, Lois, Jordan, no. He's about to die again. They're about to watch him die again. They're powerless to help him. He's going to die again. Clark is not going to be able to save his family. He's not going to be able to help them. He can't defeat this thing. He's going to die. They're going to have to watch it. They're going to have to go through that again. And what they are going through right now in their heads causes me physical pain. And you know what they did? They left the fucking episode there. And now I have to live for a week. I can't go and put myself into hibernation for a week. I have to be alive for this week. And that is so rude and so unfair. And I will be having strongly words with these people if I ever meet them. I have no idea how this is all going to wrap up. I'm devastated that it is going to. I mean, I'm not devastated it's going to wrap up. I hope it wraps up really nicely. But like, I'm devastated that it's going to be the final season. Yeah, I love this show so much. I love these characters so much. I love this family so much. I have so many emotions. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. And thank you so much for watching.